Good evening, kind. Welcome to NearDark Studios Vampire the Masquerade V5, the Chicago Midnight Chronicle. Before we get into introductions, I'm going to do a brief recap for you. Last session, we learned a little bit more about Memphis, or the Stopheles. The coterie was happily to be roped into Maryland's surprise in the dreaming. Reunited with Lazarus, the old Autumn King, we laid before them a fun experience. Now traversing through the labyrinth, reliving some of their highlights of their own lives. Let's find out what happens tonight, in tonight's episode of Chicago by Night.
This is our first season of SBT done.
And we're back. So let's go ahead and go around the table and do some introductions. Starting on this side.
Oh, it's weird.
shit.
Clearly Memphis isn't here today, so.
Hey, I'm Memphis Piper. I don't like looking at phones because I think they try to put something in your brain that you didn't purchase, which is plagiarism. Look that up. It's the actual definition.
And I'm Alice Grayson,
Oh my god.
solo ventriloquist.
Marilyn Alcott playing Malkavian.
Dr. Irwin Ruth, Clan Tremere.
And my name is Elijah Israel, or by my Twitch handle, Noiboy. I'll be your storyteller this evening. Obviously, we are down a player. Unfortunately, Carl will not be joining us for this session. Hopefully he feels better soon. But I'm going to get right into it. Coterie. You find yourself still within that courtyard that held that rather sizable chessboard, reenacting the events within the Encore. As you pass by and the goblins begin to tear down the set and disperse the magic, you see before you the doorway that leads into the rest of the labyrinth. Could I please get an intelligence plus investigation roll? I need a success of 4 from the coterie.
Cumulatively?
Not cumulatively, individually.
Intelligence and investigation.
Correct.
2.
2.
Five.
5. Alistair, as you begin to lead with your canines and use your natural survival instincts and tracking skills, you begin to lead your coterie throughout the labyrinth. For some reason, it's oddly quiet. You don't know if everybody's kind of reeling from the emotions that dredged up from the events earlier, or what it is, but particularly Memphis is being rather quiet.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Could I please get a wits and awareness from my coterie? This is going to be a straightforward roll. I need 2 successes, please.
5 again.
3.
4.
All right, so I showed up. Alistair, as you were tracking and making your way through the labyrinth, this kind of startles you a bit. Typically, Memphis is not this quiet. As you snap your head back and you check and make sure your coterie is accounted for. Unfortunately, you do not see Memphis. Currently, you're in a rather narrow corridor. You can only go in single file as you're leading with your hounds. It's a briar-thatched, brick-layered wall. As you go to look up, you notice that the suns are beginning to set, you could say. The orange is becoming more darker, deeper, more of a warm setting. Let's see.
How exactly long has it been?
At this point, after the events with the chessboard, I think you have maybe been wandering around for about 25 minutes as you're going through each pathway in the labyrinth.
So I'm going to go ahead and look at Memphis, see him being quiet, and then I'm going to sort of...
He's not
You don't
there.
see him
Oh,
doing anything. He's
He's
not there.
gone.
There it is.
All right. Well, then I'm going to look towards Marilyn and Irwin. I'm not quite sure if Lazarus can hear us or not. And I definitely appreciate him doing this date. This is a very well put together and
Very elaborate.
Elaborate date.
Yeah.
Points on that. It's just we had issues going on in Chicago, and I don't. How long is this going?
Would I
to
notice Memphis isn't there?
Memphis? Yeah. You've all noticed that Memphis is not there.
Where is Memphis?
Well, I'm just worried with what he told me before we came here. That he's ditching us to try and get back. Marilyn, I want you to take this very, very lightly, but Diedrich may be in trouble again.
How am I supposed to take that lightly? What do you mean?
Well, Erwin, you were there. You heard what Memphis was talking about.
Oh my god. You were supposed to be watching him.
That's where I'm sort of wondering how long this is going to take. I think.
Why'd you come?
Lazarus politely asked. I didn't think it was going to take this long.
Oh my god. All right. We gotta get through this door. We gotta get out of here.
All right. Long story short, it seems like a bunch of independents are trying to kill everyone in the Camarilla, including Kevin and all the Primchins. So...
Why are you waiting until just now to tell me that?
Didn't want to ruin your night, but now I think it might be a good idea to...
My night's ruined. My night has officially been ruined. This has been the most magical thing that's ever happened to me, and it's ruined.
I'm very sorry about this. I can, Lazarus, if you can hear, maybe we can do, is there a way I can just kind of get out of this so I can...
You're a dog riding a dog. I don't think you're getting out of this.
Ah, shit. All right, well then, let's push forward, I guess. The best thing to do...
Complete the story.
Why are you still talking like that?
I'm playing my part.
Oh, you're doing that intentionally. Okay. All right. Beautiful. I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
I'm bolting towards the door. I'm gonna try to open it.
I'm going to follow.
All right. As you try to push ahead, Alistair, who's currently leading down the corridor, you begin to notice visibly that there is mist beginning to form on the ground. As you push further and further, you begin to come to what seems to be an opening. The stone archway, you notice that it has this fog to it. It's rather thick and dense. You can't see past it, though it looks like you can pass through it.
Do we just walk through?
I'm stick my arm through it.
As you stick your arm through this mist door, you notice it's cool. You notice the humidity and the moisture begins to gather on your hand and begins to dampen it.
It looks like
It might just be wet.
condensation. I don't know. I saw Memphis playing one of those video games.
Video?
Yes, that he went through one of these smoky doors and there was a very
All right, we're wasting
angry-
time. We're wasting time. We gotta go. I'm gonna go through it.
They all walk through.
Yep.
Okay. As you go through this door of mist, you come to a rather large room. You notice there are 3 separate archways. All of them have this skewing mist in front of it. In front of these archways, you notice that there are these pedestals, and they have these bronze bowls on top of them. At the moment, you can't quite see if the bronze bowls are containing anything, but lo and behold, that is the scene before you.
All right, more fog doors and strange bowls. Can I see anything in the bowls if I go up to investigate them?
You're gonna go up and investigate.
Yes.
So there's the one to your left, the one to your right, and the one that's straight ahead of you.
All right, I'll check the one on my left.
You're gonna check the one on your left.
Yes.
As you walk up to the one to your left, you notice that it's an apple. Except for it's squirming with worms for some reason.
Apple squirming. All right, nothing in this bowl besides an apple that appears to be filled with worms.
Why are we checking the bowls? Why don't we? Why do you want to find the bowl?
And I'm gonna go ahead and check the middle one too.
As
Well, I'm assuming that this is some sort of puzzle.
Oh,
if you check the middle one, you see that this apple has a bite out of it.
I'm gonna go with puzzles, Alistair. I don't think I can do this.
All right, I'll check the next one.
And the next one is an apple, but it's pristine. There's no damage to it. It doesn't look like there's bite marks or any sort of rot.
All right. So this could be a chronological order puzzle. So it would go fresh apple, then bitten apple, then rotting apple.
Is that everything? There's not like a seed or something from where it starts from somewhere, right?
I believe it's only these 3 bowls.
All right.
So let's try the fresh apple fog door.
All right.
See if that takes us where we need to go.
Makes sense.
Go through the fresh apple.
Okay. As you go to press through the door that had the fresh apple in front of it, you notice that the mist begins to dissipate and fall down. And in the next room, you find a very similar room with 3 separate doors, all with pedestals and bronze bowls.
All right.
I'm gonna go look what's in the bronze bowls.
As you begin to inspect the bronze bowls, I'm assuming you're going with haste. You see a CD, a record, and a cassette tape.
I don't like this.
All right. Well, that's very clearly obvious. Record was first.
I get that, Alistair. I just don't get the purpose.
I think it's I think because it's a maze. You know,
But how we know which one's the right one to go through?
we don't. I'm only taking. This might be a guess. I could be wrong, but it
Well, if
does.
we take them all and throw them into one bowl.
No, I don't think that would work. Look at it this way. We exited that room into this new room, and there's new things in the bowl. So I think that
Yeah,
means that's proof that we are now moving continuously forward into another room.
Why is it like a theme of things that are older to things that are newer? Newer than older. Am I thinking too hard about this?
I think you might be Malkaviing just a little bit.
What the
on
fuck does that mean?
Overthinking.
I want you to talk to me the rest of the time we're here. You are so rude.
I want to go through the record room.
As you both witness Alistair go to press against the record door, you notice he disperses into mist. And you begin to look at yourself, and you watch as your hands and your fingers begin to turn into mist.
Wow.
Or when you find the same effect happen to you, and all of a sudden, you're in the front room again.
All right, so that was the wrong answer.
Wait, which one did you pick?
The record. So that means the fresh apple was correct
Second room,
which is
second choice.
which is the newest thing,
which is the newest.
which
So
would
maybe
be a record.
So maybe the
CD. Right? It was a record, a cassette, and a CD.
Oh, you're thinking it might be from.
We went through the fresh Apple door, right?
I was thinking more of like timeline of which them being created.
Maybe you're thinking backwards.
We can try either way. Let's go through the CD room then.
All right. And if that hasn't worked, we take everything, we throw it in one bowl.
Or we just try the record room. Or the cassette room. Because
Alright,
if that's the case, then Irwin is correct.
Wait, I wasn't listening.
Irwin was suggesting that since it was the earliest or the freshest for the Apple, then that means the second room would be the mid-tier, the middle age.
Ah. I like that. Let's go through that one.
So let's try cassette.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
As you go back and you find the cassette, as you get a closer look at it, you notice that the cassette does have a title on it. It is a B.B. King cassette tape. So you pick it up and you inspect it. You push forward and you notice the fog dissipates and leads into the next room.
Well done, Irwin.
Bravo, Irwin.
Thank you.
So, by following that train of thought, that means the next room, whatever is the oldest, would be, or I guess the most decayed.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just figure it out. Let's just go.
All right.
See what's in there.
I go lumbering up to the next couple bowls.
Okay. So as you come to a very similar room and you start inspecting the bowls, you notice that there are game pieces in these bowls. You notice one bowl has a king from a chess set. And then you also notice a queen from a chess set. And then you also notice 2 checkers in one bowl.
Well, what is it?
This one is a little bit more difficult. The 2 checkers could simplify the king me in the game. Which means that there would be 2 kings and only 1 queen.
I don't know how chess works. I've never played it.
There isn't any sort of time really associated with these things. It's not a...
Well, I know you move certain pieces certain times. Like, what piece would you want to move last? But the checker thing, I don't get. That doesn't make any sense.
The king you never want to move, which is... However... What do you think, Erwin?
I think we should choose the queen.
All right. Sure, let's try that. It's the only odd one out, so it could be possible that it's just...
Although, two of these are chess pieces, one of them's checker pieces.
Yeah.
So the checker pieces would be the odd one out.
It's too obvious.
It is very obvious.
They want us to pick that.
So why don't we try the queen?
Or maybe that's what they're thinking. We're going to think it's too obvious and we won't pick it, but that is what it is.
Marilyn? You're overthinking again.
There's 2 kings, 1 queen. Let's choose queen.
All right. Let's try the queen.
As the coterie pushes forward, you all place your hand on this mist door. Feel your hand go right through, and you enter into the next room.
All right.
Wow, Irwin.
So far, so good.
As you push into the next room, it's a little jarring. The scenery changes dramatically. It becomes more industrial. You notice that the floor is a dance floor in a nightclub. Pink and fuchsia lights line the room. You realize this to be Pink Lotus. You see what appears to be a rather lanky, tall goblin approaching a rather ill-fitted suit. He has a black wig that's slicked back, and you notice by his side he has a rather smaller troll with a long blonde wig and braided hair.
Oh, Alistair, I got your girlfriend.
And he begins to place his hand. That's enough. We were supposed to cut that part out, boys. That's. When, as the Coterie reunited, you found yourself with new adversaries, particularly for Mr. Grayson. Yamaguchi proved to be a formidable foe. Alright, that's enough. Get off the stage. You notice the goblins begin to hop off each other. The rather tall one that was appearing to be Yamaguchi. It was 3 goblins stacked on top of each other as they all hop down. The other one that was wearing the top part of the blazer falls and trips as he lands. Well, this next part is, you say it's your second year together. Hopefully it's not as insulting as the rest of it. So you push forward, and you begin to notice that the scenery begins to warp and change, and all of a sudden you find yourself in an alleyway. Can I get wits and awareness from my coterie? I need a straightforward roll of 2 successes.
3.
3.
Just one.
We figured the puzzle out. There you go. You got that
4.
4. Both Marilyn and Alistair, you hear this coyote screech. Something trying to howl that obviously doesn't have the vocal cords to do so. You hear as this goblin lands in front of the coterie. You watch 3 more goblins walk out from around the corner, all holding bats and chains. They're all dressed in what appears to be a greaser costume. They're all hitting their hands and pretending to be intimidating. And Mr. Grayson, and this is the beginning of your friendship with the group. As you start to notice that the one standing in front of the coterie, a fishing line with a wolf mask begins to lower down on top of its head as it finally places on top and begins to attack the other goblins.
I'm so glad Bard is not here to see this.
Terribly sorry about the performance.
I get it. They probably. It's probably hard to train them.
Definitely working with what I have. So the coder begins to pass through this exhibit and this show that's putting on for them. And you walk through this alleyway. You begin to notice at the end of the alleyway is another stone archway. Briar and dead leaves hang from it. You notice this is where the labyrinth continues on.
Just continue.
Alright. Ready to push forward?
Yeah,
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
You seem pretty at home like this. You look like you're pretty comfortable.
You sweet.
Alright, I'll lead the way. I'm gonna press forward.
Press forward. All right. I will actually a wits and awareness test. There's no baseline difficulty for this, but the amount of successes, I'll let you know what you hear. Wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness.
Oh, 1.
1. Okay. 4. Okay.
Just 2.
2.
I hear it.
As your coterie members begin to lead the way, Ergoyle, you kind of lumber back. With you being the biggest of the coterie at the moment, you try to stay out of the way as they try to maneuver through the labyrinth. As you're lingering back, you begin to hear the sounds of wings fluttering. You don't hear any bird calls or anything along those lines, but as you glance up to see what that sound is from, you only see clear skies. No avian creatures in sight. Who's in front?
I am.
You're in front. Okay. So you're pushing forward. Are you going with haste or are you taking your time?
Haste.
Okay. As you are pushing through as fast as you can to make sure that Diedrich is safe, you start to smell something pungent, something foul. Probably the worst scent you've ever smelled in your whole entire unlife.
Everyone or just Marilyn?
Anybody that could currently using their nose.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is that?
I have literally smelled mountains of rotting corpses, and that is
That's kind of what I pictured Memphis smelled like when he was alive.
actually maybe can I identify where the smell's coming from?
You know it's definitely down and straight ahead. You see the pathway veers right, and it comes to a rather well lit. It seems to be another archway.
Do we keep going?
Yeah, I want to go as far away from the smell as I can.
All right. Push forward.
As you push forward and you turn right, and you pass underneath of that stone archway, you come to a very natural setting. Dirt, rocks, but it's in a mire. Long stalks, dark greenery, a lot of dead leaves. On the other side of this mire, this pool, this swamp, you see a fallen tree. In this swamp, you see 4 rather sizable stepping stones, though they would take some acrobatics to get to cross. But as you come into this mire, the stench is so thick and pungent. The air is so drenched with humidity that you can taste it. It cakes the inside of your mouth, and you can even wipe away the mildew that is currently accumulating on your forehead.
Oh my god. Well, this is the bog of eternal stench. I know what this is.
So,
Don't stick your foot in that.
all right.
Don't stick anything in that.
So I guess we cross with the stones?
I don't know about that. Maybe, I look at the trees. Does the tree look a little bit more feasible to walk over?
It's on the other side, so someone would actually have to cross and maybe use it as a makeshift bridge,
Well-
possibly.
Definitely not Irwin. Irwin is about as coordinated as a blind parrot.
What?
And you're also in a giant man-beast form.
But he can summon rocks. Maybe he can summon more rocks to walk over.
Is that true?
Yeah, scream at the water.
No, okay,
Just
all
scream
right.
at it. I know what I'm doing, all right? I'm not a baby, okay? I've seen this in a movie.
I look at the water and go,
So, Coterie, as you watch Urgoyle, how are you doing this? Are you just yelling into the air, or are you actually screaming into this body of water?
I'm like howling up, yeah, so I'm not screaming into the water per se, just,
Just howling.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
As you howl and into the sky, you notice nothing happens.
I don't think I can control.
Nah, you just didn't do it right.
Oh,
Well, you kind of screamed up. What if you screamed at the
try
water?
screaming at the water.
oh, okay.
That sounds more...
I look at the water.
Start screaming in the water.
I don't think it's going to work. I actually just wanted to see you scream at the water.
As you begin to scream into the water, you notice that some bubbling begins to happen. You notice ripples begin to form on top of this mire. As you start to see something bulbous rising from the water. As it rises up, you watch as 2 rather large eyes open up, amphibian-like. You see these large mouth come out. This sickly-looking goblin. What do you want?
Hi. Do you live down there?
Why are you screaming at me?
Yes, Erwin, explain to him why you were screaming at him.
Oh, I was hoping you'd be a rock, so I could cross.
We need to get across this bog.
There's rocks over there. Why don't you use those?
Oh, wow.
We need more rocks. He's a big
More
boy.
rocks.
Is there a safer pathway than those 4 rocks? Look at the size of this creature.
Why are you screaming at the water? I don't understand it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just cross the rocks then. Pray to God you don't fall in.
All right, I'm sorry, Erwin. We did all we could.
Okay.
Stop screaming at my own. You're loud. You start to watch as the eyes begin to slowly lower down.
Does he live in that?
How can he's there's no way his nose still works.
All right. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cross the rock path.
Okay. I get Dex and Athletics from anybody that's trying to cross.
I'm gonna wait for Marilyn to go, and then I'll go afterwards.
2.
Okay. You watch as Marilyn hops onto the first rock.
It's like hopscotch. Treat it like that. You'll be fine.
Willpower that.
What'd you get? Oh, yes, please. Yes. Do that. How much willpower you have?
Fine.
Yeah, willpower that, please. For the love of God.
Oh, I got 4 left, but now I have 4. 2.
Okay.
Wait, where are you going? She's on the first rock.
Oh, I thought you went across
You
already.
go to jump onto the same rock that Marilyn's on.
I wouldn't know that unless I thought she already went
I
across.
got this.
My bad.
I got this.
My bad. My bad.
Just yeet me to the next rock.
Ergo, you frequently land onto the rock. Though it's getting rather cramped on this.
I'm just gonna let you 2 cross before I go.
Wow, there's plenty of room.
No, this already looks dangerous. Please do not jump on the same
All
rocks.
right, I'll go. 2 again.
Over here.
As you watch Marilyn jump, unfortunately, there's not a lot of space to get a running start on this rock. And you watch as she catches the edge of the rock, and she's currently wrapped her legs and arms around it as she's slowly sliding towards the mire.
Help,
She's maybe a half of an inch.
Erwin,
Help, somebody help.
Erwin, help her!
I don't want to stink forever.
I jump across to help her.
Jump across the hill.
Please don't lay on my hands.
Give me Dex and Athletics, please.
Okay. I don't know what dice guys you guys crazy.
Oh
But now is a good time to start.
3.
Okay.
3. So you jump over Marilyn, you land gracefully.
I reach down and grab her.
Grab her. All right, you reach down, you pick Marilyn up, and
Oh my God, I thought I
you
was
are now
over.
on the second rock. You have 2 more rocks in front of you.
How far away is the next rock?
It's a little further than the second.
Like, can I reach it with my hand? Like, can I basically pick her up and put her up on the next one?
Well, with your sheer size and your height, you could technically lay down across the rock and she could walk on your back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go again. How many more are there? Oh no. Two.
2. All right, this is what happens. Marilyn, as you go to leap, unfortunately, once again, there's not a lot of running space to get a running start on this. And you go to jump, and you find yourself almost Looney Tunes style, mid-air, halfway between both rocks as you fall right into the mire.
No.
As you splash right in, it is a lot thicker than it looks as you are slowly sinking towards the bottom.
It's over. It's all over.
Erwin, go get her out of the
No,
mire.
just leave me here. My life
I
is
jump
over.
across.
No, just leave me. Let me die.
Give me Dex and Athletics, please.
It's okay. I will land on top of you.
It's not okay. What?
Three.
So you get some more distance. As you jump, you actually flap out your wings and you kind of glide a bit as you belly flop right in front of Marilyn. As your wings collapse in on itself. You meet her about eye level as you begin to sink in.
Oh no, Erwin, not like this.
All right. Well, I'm
didn't
going
want you to go
to
down with
immediately
me.
start looking around my surroundings. Is there any sort of long branches or any sort of since I'm literally a 2-foot tall dog man, I don't have the strength to get you. So, is there any sort of long branches
Yeah,
or anything
there's a
like that?
nearby tree.
Okay. Struck, Oscar, Blitz, let's go. And I'm gonna move over towards the tree. I'm gonna grab the longest, most pliable looking branch I can find.
Okay.
Try to break it off and take it with me.
Okay, so it would take some climbing to get this. So why don't you go ahead and give me just a strength and athletics?
Okay.
Erwin, do you have any regrets? You're taking way too long to think about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. As you begin to scale this tree, though height is an issue for you at the moment, you notice as you go to climb it, your fist actually buries through the tree, and then you start to climb up, and you start to realize that you have all your kindred strength as you just tear this like paper right off.
All right, good news. I actually am still super strong. All right.
Great, I'm happy for you.
What does the dog say?
And I'm gonna get down with that branch.
What that dog say?
And then I'm going to, from the 4th rock to the 3rd rock where they fell, would the branch be long enough?
Oh, you would have to maybe get to the first rock, and then you could reach them.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll, what I meant is like, if I passed them,
Oh, yeah, if you pass them, you could easily...
and then that's what, that way they don't have to jump again. They would just be pulled up out of the mire.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to just pass them.
Okay. Or using Soaring Leap.
Do I still have my disciplines? All right. I'll test it first. I'll soaring leap from the tree to the edge of the mire, see if that works.
Okay, as you summon up your blood, you...
Okay,
Clear.
yeah, I'm just gonna soaring leap over the whole bog then.
Yep, you clear it with no problem at all whatsoever.
All right, and then I'm gonna whip around on the dog, and then I'm gonna throw the branch towards them. Hurry up, grab on. I'm gonna pull you all out.
No, Alistair, just leave me. I'm as good as Dad.
Just grab it.
No, my life's over.
We're gone.
All right, I guess Diedrich will just be murdered.
All right. Jesus.
Without us.
Come on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my strength to start pulling them out of the mire.
As you use your potency and your strength, you notice pulling these two out of the mire is rather easy. They're currently caked in grime and mud. As you look across the mire, your canine companion is currently still across there.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump back. I'll get on Strek, Oscar, and Blitz, and I'll cross with them.
Okay. Are you just going to try to ride them across, or are you going to use Soaring Leap with them?
I guess I am strong enough. I could do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and little man pick up the dogs and jump across.
So you jump with your companion, you clear it, and you set Strick, Oscar, and Blitz down on the ground.
There we are. Maybe we can find a river or a stream or something that we can get this muck off of you.
My dress is ruined.
I don't think Lazarus would let you have a ruined dress and smell for eternity as a date night.
I don't know. We don't really know him all that well. Now I'm thinking about it. This is a really bad day.
My face smells gross.
I just want to go home.
All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Push forward.
As you push forward, you come to another long archway, very similar to the last. So you guide your way through this labyrinth. Could I please get another intelligence and investigation roll, please? Difficulty 5.
Oh, Jesus. All right, 3.
It's a high one.
So you tell me there's a chance.
Only got 4.
4.
I only got
4. Any willpower rolls?
I could willpower. That's get to reroll 1. 5.
All right. Once again, Alistair, you begin to lead the coterie through this labyrinth. As you push deeper and deeper, you begin to, once again, notice the scenery is starting to change. The walls go from this layered brick and masonry to this solid concrete structure. It almost feels like you're in the sewers of Chicago. And then you begin to feel moisture and, once again, water bleeding into your shoes as you look down and you see gray water.
Why is this happening to me?
I think we are reliving our past. I think that is what Lazarus is showing us.
Why?
Let's find out.
As you break into the next room, you come to a very similar setting to where Makmal summoned that greater bane into existence. It was a bit of a smaller scale. You see a goblin who's currently in a scar costume. You see a small goblin come up with a staff and starts beginning to chant in front of another goblin, and eventually you see a tuft of smoke and a rather large toad, probably about the size of a large pig, pops in the center. And you notice this Makmal wannabe begins to pour oil on top of this toad. And you see around its neck something is hanging. Can I get a wits and awareness from the coterie?
two.
3.
3 as well.
You notice there's this rather large key around its neck. You notice the individual holding the staff and the individual with the scar getup begins to walk towards this large iron door. You watch it open, they disappear into it, and it closes. And you hear a large lock mechanism engage. You see this toad sitting in the middle of the room.
I don't remember fighting the guy from Lion King.
Is that who that is? I think that's supposed to be Makmal.
Oh. I guess that makes sense too.
Okay.
So are we supposed to kill his toad now?
Well, if we were... I don't know if that's a good date night thing.
Is this a good date night so far to you? Look at me, Alistair. Look at my beautiful dress.
I think
ruined.
I think he's gonna fix it. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
All right. Well, in real life, we killed the Bane.
Right.
Do we kill this toad?
I mean, he didn't do anything to us, though. He looks kind of sweet. I'm gonna go talk to it.
All right. Let's see. Maybe let's see if the toad can talk.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to the toad.
As you begin approaching this toad, you notice it has this very lazy, sedated look. It almost looks like Hypnotoad from Futurama, though it's more of a vibrant green. As you approach it, its eyes widen. You see its chin enlarge, and all of a sudden it just takes off
Oh.
as it begins to hop around the room frantically away from the coterie.
I think this toad is very scared. It's definitely not in its natural habitat.
All right, let's. Maybe we just need to catch the toad.
How you want to catch this thing?
Yeah.
How do you want to catch it?
Well, we just wait for it to stop bouncing around, and then once it does, we'll get into position, and we will, like a pack of wolves.
I don't want to kill him.
No, I'm not. I mean,
I'm
like,
not eating it.
we're gonna subdue it.
Oh. But they use their teeth and they do bitey, chompy stuff and they tear stuff apart. I don't want to do that with my teeth to this thing.
Bro.
All right, we're not. Okay, it was an analogy, not a literal. Actually, what we've
I'm
been.
sorry. That seems like something you would do. That's
You think
all.
I would just tear apart a toad with my mouth?
Yeah. I've seen you do worse.
I'm gonna wait for the toad to stop bouncing, and once it does, we're going to try to position a 3-point containment. So have 2 people on one side, and then have me on the other, and then I'm going to bounce towards it. Try to get as close to it as I can. If I'm fast enough, I'm going to try to grab it. If it not, it's going to try to herd it towards them.
Okay. So you're going to try to strategically pin it down.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you do a charisma leadership roll for me? I need at least 3 successes from you.
Okay. And leadership?
Yep.
That right there is called specialty.
Wasn't there a special way we got out of this place then? No, we just went out the way we came in. You keep shaking your head no matter what I say.
7.
We visited Lydia after.
Alright, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, I have a plan.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Okay. So you explain the positions to your coterie, and you begin to take them. You notice that they perfectly line up with the toad. And who is going to approach the toad?
I will.
You will?
I will.
All right.
Unless you don't want me to, then I won't. Tell me with your eyes. Alright.
So, because of Alistair's role,
I don't know if the camera actually caught that or not, but if it did, beautiful.
because of Alistair's role, this does lower the difficulty quite a bit. So we'll lower it down to a difficulty of 2
For what?
for Dex and Athletics. Please.
Let me do this.
You said you would.
You were like, I'm doing this.
2.
Thank you, Kane.
As this positioning has worked out very well for you, you close in on it. Toad begins to panic as they pans to both Erwin and Alistair, closing in on it, and it's not being able to decide where to go. Now you're in grabbing distance. You can now swoop your arms around this toad. You now get a really good look at the key. With some simple deduction, it does look like this key may lead to the door that currently is locked.
Alright.
Though, I do need another test. Can you please give me Dex and Athletics? And since you did do that positioning, I will make the difficulty of this 3.
What was it originally?
I guess we'll find out.
2.
2. Alistair and Erwin, you notice as Marilyn goes to grab this toad, you almost go into like a spear position. You almost want to shoulder check it as you go to grab it by its belly. You get a really good grip around it. You feel your grip come all the way around as you squeeze it. You feel its ribs cave in, and as it darts right out of your grip and launches straight into the air. You watch it go about maybe 15 feet into the sky and then comes right back down into the middle.
Alright, this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna do what I should have done a long time ago, and I'm gonna use Unseen Passage.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna approach it sneaky like.
Sneaky like.
I'll be all sneaky, which will be as
Very
sneaky as it's
sneaky.
possible for me.
Can you roll Dex and stuff for me?
1. Was there a difficulty for that? Because I got a bestial.
So you begin to sneak up on this toad. You wait, and you watch as its head twists with this unorganic movement, and it watches its eyes begin to spin in this very hypnotic pattern. Can I now get a willpower save from you?
Oh no.
How much willpower do you get?
2, 1.
Okay.
I hate this.
I'm so sorry.
You start to see these vibrant colors flash at you as you watch as yellows, reds, yellows, reds, yellows, reds, and begin to spin in a circle, and you begin to lose yourself in it. Urgoyle, Alistair, you begin to watch as Marilyn comes out of Unseen Passage and is currently swaying back and forth as this toad is staring intently on Marilyn.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna pounce on the toad.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna get off of Struck, Oscar, and Blitz. I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna go, Struck, Oscar, Blitz. Play sick.
All right. So you're going to pounce on it. Can I please get a strength and athletics from you?
It's like melty crayons.
All right.
Melty crayons.
Roll for them. Oh, okay. Okay. As they go to sick this toad, Marilyn, all of a sudden you snap out of it as you watch this toad snaps back to this canine begin to pounce onto it. What was your roll?
I got. Wait, where did it go? Nope. I thought I had a critical success. It's only 4.
4?
Yeah.
As they come and hone in on this toad, Urgoyle and Strick, Oscar, and Blitz pounce at the same time. And as the dust clears and you look down, you see nothing. And behind you, you hear the toad croaking.
All right. I'm gonna try. Let me try it one more time. I can do it. I can do it this time.
I'll move to the middle of the area.
Okay.
How about this? Let's plan up. Let's reposition like we did before, and this time I'll go forward and grab it.
I'm not a failure.
I understand that.
I'm not a disappointment.
I didn't say you were.
You dare buy me a blazer. I can do this.
What? No, I just.
I go invisible.
Okay. Go invisible. You approach the toad once again.
Yeah.
All right. Can I please get another Dex and Stealth?
I'm gonna
3.
I'm gonna call out, Marilyn. If you don't get the key, I'm killing this frog.
So you kind of gasp for a second, and you realize you are now face to face with this toad.
All right. So is it like a ribbon or?
Yeah, it's just a fine ribbon with a key around it. All right. Keyhole.
Oh. All right. I want to try to like. All right. I'm gonna do that. How big is its head?
It's rather large.
Does it look like there's enough leeway to just like right off the head?
Yeah, it's a large ribbon.
All right. I'm gonna grab
Right
both sides and.
All right. As you grab both sides and as you pull it off, you notice that all of a sudden this toad it dissipates a puff of smoke, pink in color, and you see a goblin. Oh, please don't hurt me.
I'm gonna drop. What is going on?
Use the key to get into the next door.
All right, no one's gonna hurt you. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go to the door.
All right. You go to the door and you put in the key.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the key. You hear the lock mechanism. And the door opens.
We're in. I did it.
Got it.
No one believed in me, and I believed in myself.
I believed in you.
All right. Good job. Let's press forward then.
Let's press forward. Could I please get another intelligence and investigation roll from the coterie? I need a success of 4.
So, is it safe to assume if I'm in ergoil form, I'm using ergoil sheet? So it's an intelligence or
You are in ergoil form, but you have Irwin's stats.
okay.
0.
0? Okay.
What was it again? Sorry.
Intelligence and investigation.
Okay.
Please get it. Oh boy.
3.
3. Coterie, as you push through this labyrinth, you begin to notice that you're going in circles at this point. You begin to see the same greenery over and over and over. And you're even starting to see your footprints in the dirt.
All right, we need to recalibrate, and we're starting to see we're backpedaling. So let's start putting up markers now.
With what?
We can do it with anything. We can snap off a twig and jam it into this stone, or we could put a marking on the ground.
I feel like you're being too practical for this kind of place. You know, actually, I'm thinking about it. They tried that in the movie. It didn't work out for them either.
It didn't?
No. She was using lipstick, all right, to make arrows show where she was going, and they kept, like, with the tiles and moving them different places. I don't think that'll work.
Really?
You're
Marilyn?
you're thinking real logically right now. I need you to be illogical.
Got it. Do you have any lipstick?
Yes.
Can I see it?
Why?
I'm going to be illogical. Pop it off. I'm just joking. I'm being very practical. And I'm going to
Don't waste my lipstick on your stupid practicality.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend over and I'm going to put an arrow where we're going on the stone.
Ow, mister, no.
No, this will show us.
What's wrong with your eye?
This will show us where we're going. And I'm going to start walking towards the direction of the arrow. Come on, let's go.
You have some dust in your eye.
I've had that lipstick since '82. I don't want you wasting it on the floor, all right?
And then I'm going to, let's go.
Okay, so you're going to push forward?
We're only going to push forward just enough to where we're away from where we were. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to wait and watch that tile.
Okay.
And as soon as, if anything comes to move it or change it, I'm going to reach in and I want to grab it.
Okay. All right. Coterie, as you kind of get away a bit from the marking, and you wait, and you wait. Eventually, you start to see a little bit of a shake on the bridge. You see dust beginning to fall down. You notice it pops out and skids across the dirt. You see this lanky green creature step out with its leg. As it pops out, it has this very football-shaped head. These green gills, this pointed ears, small horns, and these bright purple eyes. It reaches with its long limbs and it grabs the brick, begins to check around and starts to switch it and put it back.
As soon as it picks up the brick and after it looked around, I want a soaring leap and I want to punch it right in the stomach.
You kill the goblin.
Not kill it, I just want to punch him in the stomach.
Alistair, no!
You forget
means
how
killing.
strong you are.
For you, you're gonna punch a hole through this poor thing. What are you doing?
I'm holding back.
You can only punch.
Define holding back.
With your strength, you can only punch goblins.
All right, fine. I'm going to punch his kneecap.
Oh my god.
So are you trying to inflict harm? Or
I want to make sure he can't run away. I essentially want to grab him and interrogate him.
Alright, well, I gotta punch him and grab him.
So he doesn't
Grab
flee.
him. You'll be grabbing him. Just grab him. Don't kill the poor thing.
I'm jumping him. I'm making sure he can't flee.
I'm jumping him.
Okay, so you're jumping to him. Are you punching him in the knee or are you grabbing him?
I'll grab him.
Okay.
I'll grab him.
Okay. Can I please get a strength and athletics from your
Oh my
face?
god, though, you know, I just realized, though, he has a football head. You could have just kicked it.
No.
That would kill him. That's the most sensible.
Maybe that's the puzzle. Is there, like, a goal around here? What's that called when they kick the football through the goal?
Field goal?
Yeah, do that.
Is it strength and athletics?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a willpower.
All right.
So 6 altogether.
So you watch Alistair as he soaring leaps, and he almost disappears into the sky as he gets some height on this. You just see this large shadow loom over the small creature as Alistair comes plummeting down and snags him with his leather glove.
I have you now! Shh. Quiet. Now.
You gonna bite him?
Kill him!
You notice its eyes roll to the back of its head and it passes out.
He fainted.
Alistair, we can't be terrorizing these citizens,
That's
alright?
Good. Means we can tie him up now.
What?
All right.
Dude, I don't think Lazarus would approve of this.
Lazarus just had us jump across a bog that is filled with a cesspool
Yeah,
of
but
sense.
aren't these like his subjects or something? I don't think we should be going around knocking them out and tying them up.
All right. If I remember from the movie, did he literally kick his subjects? Oh, he's come back up. I'm just going to keep a firm grip around him.
You've seen the movie?
It's been a while, but yes, I've seen it. Hey. Hey.
Hey, it's alright. We just want to talk to you, that's all.
All my job is all to do is just turn around your bricks. That's all I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to do anything.
All right, listen
I'm
to me,
supposed
Tile
just turn the bricks
Goblin.
around. Okay, hi, hello.
You're going to tell us
You're
where...
about my size. You're not very big either, but you're very strong for your size. You got a very firm grip about you.
And you were talking a lot. I just want to know where the next place in the labyrinth
Are you
is.
having fun? Because you're supposed to be having fun. You're looking like you're not having a lot of
I'm
fun
not
right
having
now.
fun.
I'm sorry. You falling down in the mud?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't smell so good right now.
You know, the other was told them just to fill it up with the regular mud, but then, Todd was like, it'd be really funny if we went down to the Dreadmire and like,
Todd?
yeah, he's an asshole. I'm so sorry. But
Well, it'd be a shame if Erwin killed him.
Soon, I'm really starting to not like anyone named Todd.
okay, so Todd he takes his break every afternoon.
Hey, listen, you know what? I'm gonna have him put you down, alright? But first, can you just tell us where we're supposed to go?
Oh, you're just supposed to go down the path though.
We have been, and it's just we're just looping around in circles.
You tried not being logical.
I don't see. That's what I told you.
All right.
I said stop being logical, and your first thing is to find a tile goblin, and interrogate it. You went from being logical to just being plain mean.
I let go.
Oh, thank you. All right, so you just go that way, and then you just think it logically. You use your fantasy and whimsy.
Oh my god, he's so alright. I got this. I'm gonna run off. Follow me.
She got the right idea. You just gotta follow her, and then you get out of here.
What's your name, Tile Goblin?
My name? Leslie.
Leslie? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Emotions get the better of us. Sometimes we get really frustrated.
Do you want me to kill Todd?
He does take us breaks in the afternoons. I mean, but just don't kill him because it's gonna be really awkward at the Christmas party.
I go running off.
All right,
Really?
I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna shake my head and just have like this is. I'm gonna start following Erwin.
Okay.
You follow after Marilyn. Could I please get another round of intelligence
Oh my
and
God.
investigation rolls? But this time the difficulty is going to be 3.
Two.
3.
God damn.
3.
Okay. So you finally come to the next room. You come to another urban setting. You begin to see chalk lines to represent streets. You see rather shoddy cutouts of skyline imagery. Makeshift torches are made to look like street lamps. And you see a rather large building with a pink flower on it.
Was it Pink Lotus again?
I think so. Looks like it. Might have been the night that it basically burned down.
So you see this rather sizable building. It does look like there's some sort of platform on top. So you see a latch open up. And you see 2 goblins crawl out. You see them, they try to shift their wigs. They have these very vibrant, colorful anime cosplay wigs on. One has a very Dragon Ball Z-esque kind of Goku style hair. It's all white. And you notice the other one has like long flowing black hair that's just rather too long for them. Both of them are wielding katanas and they're both swinging at each other. And they're just screaming at each other at the top of their lungs.
Alistair, I don't get this part.
This is when you were all dealing with Moloch. This is actually pretty accurate, what happened.
And as they're screaming at each other, you notice the one with the gray spiky hair. This is Chicago! And he punts the other one off the building, and you watch as it falls to the ground with a rope around its belly, and it slowly hits the ground. I am defeated.
Good job.
What do you mean? What do you mean that's accurate? What are you talking about?
They made that ending a little bit more for TV, but
Good job, Alistair.
yeah, thank you.
So you notice the skylines begin to be pushed out of the way, and you watch as the small grove is wheeled into the center. The setting immediately changes. You hear crickets, you see the night sky, the moon quickly takes the forefront. Begin to watch as orange lights begin to radiate from the street. And as this happens, you watch as the moon begins to change colors. Miss Grayson, you were not there that night. Though you were protecting another realm. Meanwhile, the Code Reaver proving himself to be quite more. As they took down a true Fae, in the most insane, awkward way you could take down a true Fae. You begin to see a goblin dressed up as Urgoyle fly into the scene as it flaps its arms with these papier-mâché gray wings. And underneath it, you watch as its small, tiny laces hoist around another goblin that's carrying a katana and is wearing round sunglasses and a ball cap. I'm gonna live forever! As it is carried across the sky towards the moon. And he watches it pierces through it, and it tears through it, and it looks to be just made out of paper. And you hear a goblin howl out, "Oh, my eye!"
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
None of this makes fucking sense. What is happening?
It's staying pretty true to the source material.
your coterie stabbed Moloch in the eye.
It was a gamble. It was a long shot.
That's a moon.
I know. I just thought maybe,
Yes.
Your guys' idea was to stab the moon?
Well, my idea was to fly to it. Memphis decided to take it a million steps further than what needed to be, but that's what we needed to happen in the end, and that's what matters, all right?
Well, they're almost towards the end here. Push on. As you watch as the play begins to be torn down, the goblins are being lowered. The one that was Urgoyle, unfortunately, his rope snaps and it falls plummeting to the ground.
Oh no, Erwin!
I'm gonna live forever.
As I heard.
You see another stone archway, very similar to the rest, and it appears lead into a courtyard.
All right, I think this is the final trek. We're getting there. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna start walking to it.
Okay. Let's begin walking towards it. So you pass through the archway. You come to a courtyard of some sorts. You notice around this courtyard, there's small stone thatch buildings. They appear to be homes, places like blacksmithies and shops. In the middle of the courtyard, there's this rather large stone fountain. Behind it, you see large stone stairs that lead up into the castle. These stairs are rather wide, and upon the stairs, you start to see goblins begin to come out wearing pots and pans as armor. You start to count 1, 2, 5, 10, and they start to multiply over and over. You notice there's probably a good maybe 30 to 40 goblins in front of you now. They don't appear to be armed. And as you break into the middle of the courtyard, you see these rather large wagons filled with tomatoes. All right, my dear, this is where you defeat my goblin army and claim your prize. Now, particularly Miss Grayson, we are going to use the tomatoes to defeat the goblins.
Right.
Not our fists, all right?
I will not be punching any of the goblins, although is Todd here?
Is there Todd here?
Is there Todd here?
Yeah, what do you want?
All right, Todd. I've heard about you. You're a good guy. I'm ready to do this.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna grab a bunch of tomatoes. Is there a catapult around here?
Grab 2 big handfuls.
Grab 2 big handfuls.
I'm gonna grab one.
Grab one. As you all grab your tomatoes. Can I please get another wits and awareness from the coterie? Again, no set difficulty, but based upon your successes, I'll tell you what you hear or see.
3.
3.
3.
3.
3.
Okay. As you are observing this army, you begin to notice that the sky begins to darken. You notice the sun begins to set. It must be getting close to dusk in the dream, if there is a dusk. It's when, Urgoyle, you hear that fluttering once more. All of a sudden, the sky begins to darken. Coterie, you begin to notice that some of the goblins start to pan towards their comrades, left and right. All right, so we'll begin. Now, my boys, make sure that while there's so many out there, I only said there's supposed to be 10. And all of a sudden you see one of the goblins bring up this sick black dagger and slit. You watch as Todd falls to the ground, lifeless.
I dropped my tomatoes.
And
I'm dropping my
it
tomatoes.
begins to repeat as you watch several goblins get their throats slit, the ribs jabbed with daggers, and you watch as their bodies fall lifeless. You start to hear and feel the ground shake. The houses and buildings around you begin to crumble. You watch as the sky immediately explode with a murder of crows. As these dark avian creatures begin to circle around the sky, you notice that the goblins that are all brandishing daggers begin to change and molt their skin. You watch as their green and yellow skins begin to fall off and hit the ground. You see feathers begin to appear and beaks. These beaks have green pus that drips off of them. They have several eyes and they're bipedal. As they come to their full form, they stand about maybe around 5 feet, some closer to 6. if they were to completely arch their back, they may be around 6'5", 6'4". They're all holding similar weapons, these Chris-like daggers, all black in color. And all of a sudden, you watch as a huge chunk of the castle. And you watch this surly pink and purple vortex begin to form in the sky. And you watch as the castle explode on the very top. And more rubble shoots into this maelstrom, and you watch as purple lightning hits across it. Thank you for bringing them to me, Lazarus. Oh, where is Miles? And you hear this disembodied female voice. You see a murder of ravens begin to circle, and they form this mouth. And you hear Morgan's voice emanate from it.
What, Lazarus?
Just the witch I wanted to see.
Oh, finally came back to me. How dogs find their way home? I'm glad to see that you still have a collar.
No. Hopefully, not for long.
Well, boys, why don't you bring my guests to the castle as I take care of our dear friend, Lazarus. And you watch as the birds begin to fly and swarm into the castle.
This was so wholesome for
Go to initiative.
All right.
Boys.
5.
5.
5. I think
four.
we're all. Aren't we? Wait, what is it again?
It's your composure and awareness, the static number.
4.
4? Okay, so 5.
Composure and awareness?
Yes.
I'm 6 now.
You're 6 now?
Wow.
So it goes Urgoyle, Alistair, and then Merrick.
Wow.
All right. So, Urgoyle, top of the round. You just witness all of the goblins basically be murdered by these avian bipedal creatures. This is the first time you've ever seen them. If you would have to guess, they're some sort of were creature.
I'm going to get between them and Lazarus.
Lazarus is currently not in there.
Not in there.
No,
He's in the castle.
in the castle.
Well, then, I'm going to leap and do like a double hand
Okay.
slam on him.
Now, remember what I said. You're currently using Irwin's stats.
Yeah. So I don't do that.
Coterie, as you are currently sizing up your competition, your opponents, you begin to notice the glamour that is over you begins to dissipate, and you return to your normal forms.
Right.
I'm not stinky? Because that's embarrassing. Don't do me like
They're
this.
still low.
Damn it.
Well, then I will turn into Urgoyle.
Turn there, what?
Yes.
2 rouse checks.
Yo. I filled them both, so 200.
Okay. Coterie, as you watch as Erwin returns to his normal form, just so that he could turn into Urgoyle, you watch as his skin enlarges, his begins to grow horns and wings once again, but now it becomes a more intimidating form than his, Muppet glamour. All right. So, Urgoyle, what would you like to do?
Now I'll do the 200 slam.
All right, go ahead and use Urgoyle's stats and give me a strength and athletics or strength and melee, whatever's the highest pool for you. Or strength and brawl, sorry.
Strength and brawl.
Yep.
4.
4. Okay. As you go to aim towards one of the groups of these avian creatures, you leap into the air and you leap into the fray of 6 creatures. As you come down, you watch as Urbo's sheer mass come upon 2 of them and crush him below his feet. You watch as feathers, blood, and gore splatter onto the pavement. As you turn around to the rest of them, you actually use your wings like blades and you whirlwind. And you take the sheer weight of your wings and snap their necks. And you swipe their bodies away with your tail, decimating one whole group. Alright, it is Alistair's turn.
How far away is the castle?
The castle, it is ways off. You would have to do some foot travel.
It's visible though, right?
It's visible, yes.
Okay.
Alright, Alistair. There looks to be a group of 6. There's about 3 more groups left.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look down since Strek, Oscar, and Blitz are no longer conjoined. I'm just going to go ahead and whistle and then kill.
You watch as these large Doberman kick up dust and they leap into the fray. I'm going to make some rolls real quick.
I'm gonna be real mad if they die. Real mad.
They're souped up on blood. They've actually I think few of them. I think they all have actually toughness or fortitude.
Okay.
Also, have you seen dog stats in VTM, V5? They're ridiculously strong.
One of them almost killed me, if you remember.
Yeah, before or after he spit in his mouth.
I mean, it was
Okay,
only,
so
it was a
this is
defensive-
what happens. You sick your dogs into a group of them. You watch as they begin to tackle. You watch 1, 2, 3. As this happens, you watch as they rip out their throats. And they do the same to 3 more of them. These avian creatures don't have any time to even react of the sheer speed of these dogs. Alistair, it's still technically your turn.
All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll break towards another group, whichever one that's clustered, and I'm going to soaring leap. I want to try to punch through.
Punch through?
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead and give me strength and athletics or strength and brawl, whatever is the highest pool for you.
Perfect.
Jesus.
Be 1, 2, 3. I'm going to definitely use willpower.
Okay.
Just 3.
All right, 3. As you leap into the fray, you begin to dispatching a couple of these avian creatures. You watch as Alistair is currently in the middle of combat. You duck several dagger strikes. You take them in and you disable at least 3 of them. You still have half of the group still in front of you. Maryland. There's currently 1 group left. Both Urboil and Strek, Oscar, and Blitz has taken out 2 packs. Alistair is currently in the middle of combat with 1, and it looks like the other pack is currently shifting and beginning to join the pack that is attacking Alistair. What would you like to do?
Alright, before they get too close to anyone else, I want to activate my strains. Well, and then can I do corrosive vitae with it?
Corrosive Vitae?
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the roll, and I'll tell you what happens based upon the amount of successes you get.
It's like, all I can picture is the acid nets that Predator uses. Or Cyrax from Mortal Kombat.
What? Alright, so that's a 2 and a
2
bestial.
and bestial. Okay.
One of my rolls.
So, as Maryland, as you approach the other group, you actually sling your strings across to try to trip them up. You catch the first 2 that are leading the pack, and as they catch these corrosive wires, you watch as their ankles cut, and they fall to the ground and they begin to crawl as they're beginning to bleed out. The other four turn and they stare at you and they draw their weapons and they begin to approach you. All right, I am going to have to make some rolls now. Marilyn, could I please get Dex and Athletics?
1. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Tie goes to my player.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
As they begin to approach you, they completely forget that they have comrades that are missing feet. As they trip over them and they begin to stumble towards you. A couple swings go wide and they clip your hair as you duck below them. Alistair, same roll, please.
One, two, three, 4 for me.
4. Once again, tie goes to my player. As you are dodging these attacks, you are quickly disarming their daggers from their grip. As you're looking, they don't have normal hands. It looks like they're gripping them with wings. As you are disarming them and dodging attacks, you begin to see that Marilyn is now getting closed in by these avian creatures. It is now top of the round. It is Urgoyle's turn.
So what am I looking at here exactly?
So you currently dispatched a group. This canine has dispatched a group. Both Marilyn and Alex are currently combating a group of their own.
I will bull rush right through the ones that are attacking Alistair.
One's out. Attacking Alistair? Okay.
Yeah. Well, not running him over, but like...
Just like
Yeah.
you're going to try to shoulder rush him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me strength and athletics then.
Mm-hmm. 4.
4. Okay. Alistair, as you're combating these creatures, you notice as Urgoyle, he takes a charging stance and he's pointing towards your direction, predicting that he's probably going to rush into the fray. You sidestep out of the way as you watch he brings his wing over his shoulder like a shield and uses the other one to propel him forward, and you watch as a rush of dust and stone gets kicked up and you smash 3 of the remaining avian creatures against a wall of a building, and you watch this blood splatter.
I hate birds.
All right. Alistair, is currently your turn. You just witness as Urgoyle charges across the battlefield and smashing the remaining of your group.
What's left?
Just the current avian creatures that are attacking Maryland.
All right. Now, when you say they're avian, do they actually have avian-like features, like their eyes are on the side of their head?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to try to square up with one, get in the front of them, so I'm in his blind spot, and I want to move in. Do they have the thin bird-like legs, too?
Correct, yep.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move in from the front into his blind spot, and then as soon as I get low, I want to grab both legs, and I'm going to spin him and actually take his head and his body and slam him into Urgoyle's body.
Okay. All right.
I'm a wall.
So go ahead and give me a strength and athletics roll, or strength and brawl, whatever's the highest for you, and we'll go from there.
You strategize with killing birds like you thought about this before. If you ever faced a giant bird.
If you ever have to fight a humanoid bird, you need to know how to fight it, all right?
I always know how to kill sketskies or whatever they're called.
Much better roll.
Skisies.
That's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. So you watch as Alistair, Urgo, you kind of reposition yourself and you get ready to help out Marilyn. Alistair, you grab one of these avian creatures by its feet and you take it, and with your potence, you slam it into Urgoyle. Urgoyle, watching this happen, you bring up your other wing and you block the incoming bird as it smashes against your wing, and you watch as its head breaks over your wing and falls over, and it drips blood down the inside. Alistair, with the sheer force of smashing against his wing, you come back and you swing at the rest of these avian creatures and to smash the rest of their group. As you look around, there's this carnage, blood, innards, and feathers splattered across this courtyard. The only thing laid before you is the castle that's currently crumbling into this purple maelstrom vortex.
All right, Coterie. We have to save Lazarus. Again. Let's go.
Okay, all right. Made a big mess.
Start making our way to the castle. And I'm going to go ahead
over dead birds.
and whistle for Strek, Oscar, and Bliss to come with as well.
As the coterie charges into the castle, coterie, as you go up these stone steps that are currently crumbling from this purple storm that's forming, as you pass over it, you notice that the railing in the side of this, zone begins to fall through, and you watch the ground disappears into this purple abyss. As you stare down below, you see this swirling mass of birds. You watch as these pieces of rubble, stone, and building disintegrate as lightning blows it apart. So you start to cross across this stairs. It almost forms into a bridge now. As you break way into the main corridor and you slam open those doors into the throne room, you come to a very auditorium-style throne room. There's seating that raises towards the walls, and you come to like a bit of a bowl. Front and center, you see this large throne made of briar and old wood. Autumn leaves sprout from it. And in front of it, you see as Morgan has currently have Lazarus choking him out with what appears to be magic or some sort of force. You see him grabbing his throat as he is wringing from the pain. You made it. Fantastic.
Let him go, you bitch.
You get to watch him die again, Marilyn. How joyous is that?
Or I can just watch you die.
Well, there's that. Now, how do you want to die? Would you want it quick, or would you want it to become like Corex's? So many choices.
I'm going to go ahead and turn them and look towards Strek, Oscar, and Blitz. I'm going to go ahead and kiss them on the top of the head. Wait outside.
And you watch as they walk outside.
And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the door, and I'm going to slam the door shut. And as soon as I shut the door, I'm going to turn and look towards Morgan. No. We've beaten you once. We'll beat you again, and this time you're not coming back.
We'll see about that. You watch as her form dissipates into a murder of ravens. You watch as it enlarges behind the throne room, as you watch the rest of the building collapse down into this maelstrom. That door you just closed, Alistair, you watch as it collapses behind you, and now you're in this floating platform, this auditorium-style throne room, as you watch a form begin to take shape in front of you.
I'm popping everything.
You're popping everything?
Yeah.
You watch as Morgan, she takes the stage, and you see her giant hands grabs the throne room, and she peers down with her purple eyes, and her raven hair drapes around her face. Well, I guess this is where you learn the strength of a true fae. I hope you're ready to die. As her eyes levels with the coterie, her gigantic form takes shape. This is what we call the episode.
Oh, I knew you were going to do it. I was
He's
waiting
edging
for
us.
it.
He's
I
edging
was
us.
waiting for it. I'm like, he's going to fucking
He gets
blue
that
ball us.
face. He gets that look in his eyes. Cuck incoming. Oh my god. I can't wait to fuck this stupid bird bitch up.
I can't believe we fell in.
Well, there's so much stuff to be wrapped up. The Tremere Chantry, Felix, the Blood Disco, the fucking the rollerblade derby. What everything?
The most important thing, the rollerblade derby.
The most important thing, Zeus. How does he have living bolt? That's what I want to know.
Well, I look forward to seeing you all for the next episode next week.
Holiday weekend or holiday week.
It
Yeah.
is a holiday week. It is the season finale of season 3. So, and that is right. There's a lot of unanswered questions for this chronicle. A lot of unexplored territory. So, hopefully you join us next week for the season finale of Chicago by Night, season 3. I look forward to see how it ends for you all. And who knows? Maybe we might get a taste of what season 4 has in store for us. So,
Steel clap.
if we don't have any closing announcements,
After dark tomorrow, guys. We will be having it.
Yes.
We took a little break last week. We're good to go now. We're excited to talk to you guys tomorrow in chat. So come hang out with us.
And we're
8 p.m.
vlogging.
And we're vlogging now, but that's Patreon. It's gonna be a Patreon tier.
So yeah, we're gonna have Patreon vlogs.
That is our vlogging camera.
This
I
is
guess.
I'm showing it to you.
We did some vlogging today of preparing the stream and what we do before the stream.
And hopefully next week also for the season finale of season 3. I would like for us to use the actual DSLR for Elijah.
That'd be nice. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. We'll figure it out.
all right. Well, if that's all, Ruin Kindred, the best time to tell stories is whenever it's near dark.
You said it.
Bye-bye.